Hi everybody, hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created these photographs using the new COLBOR CF5 Fog Machine. Ooh. In this video, I'm going to be using the COLBOR CF5 Fog Machine both indoors in my garage and outdoors. But before we get into the shoots, I'm going to pass you over to me to talk to you about this machine and all the features it has, because there are many.
Firstly, I want to let you know that I was sent the CF5 Fog Machine by COLBOR, but they have left it completely up to me how I reviewed the CF5, and they want me to give you my complete and honest opinion. So first of all, let's look at what you get inside the bag. The zip case itself is really nice. Inside the case, you will find the COLBOR CF5 Fog Machine itself, a 60ml bottle of Fog Machine liquid, which I've got to say lasts for a long time, the chamber which holds the liquid and then sits inside the CF5 Fog Machine, a magnetic fan which can be attached to the end of the Fog Machine, which also has an LED light at the end which can change colour, so could be used for some really cool effects, especially with video, a remote control so that you can activate the CF5 from a distance away, a foam attachment which helps to create a cool dry ice effect, a charging cable, and finally a number of different tubes and attachments which can be used on the CF5 Fog Machine to create different effects with the smoke. One of the things I like most about this Fog Machine is just how quick and easy it is to use. You can have this out of the bag and working in literally seconds. To turn the machine on, we press this button here, if I can get this in focus. This, and then we can change various things using this display down here. So we can change the power and the density of the smoke just by scrolling through these options. So if I can try and do this backwards, if I press this button here, I can then turn, I'm not sure if this is power or density because I'm looking at it backwards, and then we can cycle through the other one as well. And then to make the smoke come out, the exciting part, we literally just press this button here. There it comes. Really quick and easy to use. Oof. You can also change other things in this menu too, which are definitely going to be useful if you're using the CF5 Fog Machine without an assistant. For example, you can change how long the continuous output will last, from between 5 to 60 seconds, and also change the output interval from between 5 and 60 seconds too, which is great if you're using this on a light stand. Speaking of which, you can attach this to a light stand using this thread here. Also, if you want to change the direction that the smoke comes out, we can press this button in here and the head swivels like that, so we have more control over the direction, which is really cool. As I mentioned, the CF5 also comes with a fan attachment which sits on top of the CF5 like this, and also has LED lights here, so it makes the smoke appear like it's coming out in different colors, which is really cool. Also, I should say, we charge this up via USB-C here, and the battery is excellent. Apparently, it will run for 30 minutes on 100% output. I don't know if that is true, but I've only charged it once and used it multiple times now, and it's still going strong. Overall though, as you will see in this video, this Fog Machine is really quick and easy to use. It feels great, it produces a lot of smoke, you can use it inside and outside, and you've also got a lot of control over that smoke too. Plus, it lasts for a long time without overheating, which is something that I've had a bit of an issue with other Fog Machines. And best of all, as you'll see in this video, it gives you a quick and easy way of adding a lot of impact to your photography. So, back over to me in the garage.
Right, so let's start shooting. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to my friend Rebecca for coming into the glamorous surroundings of my garage. Always feels a bit weird asking models to come to the garage. It will never be the first shoot I ever do with them, but we've worked with Rebecca a few times now, and hopefully she doesn't think I'm too much of a freak. Oh, and I also want to say a big thank you to COLBOR, not just for sending me the smoke machine, but also they very kindly sent me the new W100R LED Light. So this light is actually really, really cool. It's very small, which is great. It will fit into your bag very easily because this attachment here just comes off, as does this attachment here, just to show you. So it's pretty tiny. This is just the battery, so let's put that back on. But the best thing about it is crazy, crazy bright. Far brighter than we're going to need for this shoot. But I thought, yeah, let's just use it all at the same time. The other thing that's really cool about this light is it's got a 1/4 inch screw at the bottom, so I can put this attachment on and then put this light above Rebecca. Now, as I say, this goes crazy bright. You won't get a sense of it in the video, and I don't need anywhere near as much light as this will offer. At the moment, for example, that is on 41%, and that's pretty bright. I can also change the white balance, but that looks nice. So I'm going to, first of all, just take a shot of Rebecca with that light in the dark background. Now, I'm also going to turn off that light above Rebecca. As I've mentioned many times on my channel, the closer the light source, the softer the light will be, because relatively speaking, it's becoming a larger light source as we put it closer. So that's gorgeous. So let's just take a couple of quick shots here. I'm on my Sony A9 and I'm on, at the moment, my Sony 50mm f1.2 lens. That's really nice when you lift your head up. Beautiful. Beautiful, Rebecca, thank you. So let's make this a bit more interesting now by introducing off-camera flash. So what I'll do, actually, Rebecca, can I actually turn a little bit further forward, please? Actually, to go about there. And I'll put two AD200s behind Rebecca, one on this side and one on that side. As if by magic, here they are. So we've got two AD200s. Both have a Magmod gel on. This one has a blue gel and this one over here has a red gel. So let's just see what we can get first before we add in the fog. Also, quick aside, this is the new Insta360 X5 in pure video mode at the moment, so this should be looking really good because the garage is dark. So to start with, I'm going to get in my base layer. So I've gone to 250th with my shutter speed because I don't want to go into high speed sync. I don't really need very much depth of field, so I'm going to go to f4 and I'm at ISO 100. At the moment, let's just check that they're on. That gives me an exposure of, actually that's quite nice. So yeah, don't need to do too much actually, and the light in front is creating nice light on Rebecca. I might just turn it up slightly. Just close your eyes, Rebecca, this is going to be quite bright when I turn it round. At the moment it's on 40%. Let's just turn that up to 60%. Whoa, it seems crazy bright. And let's just see what we get this time. Really nice. Okay, I'm going to just go to F5. That's looking good. And now I'm just going to just move the light slightly. So all I'm doing here is give myself a base layer to play with so that when we add the smoke, it should look really cool. That's nice. That is pretty much perfect, I think. Love that. It actually looks really nice without anything. Helen hasn't even seen the COLBOR CF5 yet, I don't believe. We can turn this round if you want to hold it that way, and then you'll just press this button. So we'll just wait for the smoke to start. Really good. Gorgeous, Rebecca, that's cool. They're beautiful with your chin up, please, Rebecca. Yeah, really cool. Yes, Rebecca, really nice. Stunning. Rebecca made that easy. Okay, so I'm loving what we're getting, but I've just turned both AD200s down slightly. They're both now on 132 power, just to take the sting a little bit out of the light screen from the back. So if you don't mind, please, Helen, doing the same thing. Stunning, Rebecca, really good. Just lowering that a little bit, Helen. Just gonna wait for the smoke to come. Yes, really good. These are stunning. Perfect. It's so bizarre to me to be working with a continuous light. I never do. Really nice. Let's just show you what Helen's doing. Cool. Really good, that's good smoke. Yeah, it's much more impactful now. Perfect. Love it. These are awesome, Rebecca. Nailing it. Yes, love it. Just looking up into the light. Gorgeous. She's never leaving the garage. I am loving what we're getting so far, but just before we finish in here, I'm going to change from the Sony 50mm 1.2, which I've been using so far, to the Sigma 105 1.4, because I love that lens. It's going to just give us a different shot, it's going to compress everything, and I think will be perfect for this. Okay, so I now have the beast, the Sigma 105 f1.4 on. I'm not going to change any of the other settings. Quick test before we introduce the fog. Yeah, perfect. How are you finding this down there, by the way?
Fine, it's really good. I genuinely have to say that this is a really impressive piece of kit.
Better than the rival that we're not talking about.
Yeah, a lot better. It's not overheating, it's pumping out loads, and it's still hanging in the air.
Yeah, it does hang very well.
For a few minutes.
Be very interesting when we go outside, see how it does there.
I'm really impressed.
One of the problems you'll actually find if you ever do a shoot like this in an enclosed space and you're using smoke or fog is that you actually want it to dissipate. Now, this is a good thing for COLBOR. It's hanging around a lot. At the minute, it's everywhere. So even if I take a shot now, even though we've not used it for a few seconds, there'll be a lot of smoke in the air. But sometimes you want it just to be a bit more condensed. So what I'm going to ask Helen to do now is start the smoke here, and I'm just going to concentrate on just taking a shot, basically just from shoulder up. I'm going to give you a little tool here, Helen. Put this little attachment on. This will just give us a bit more control. Be a bit more like dry ice.
Nice.
So there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to take a shot before Helen's even turned on the fog machine. And as you can see, there is still a lot of fog hanging in the air. So it's actually a shame in a way. We have got the door open, so it's leaving, but I want to try and see a lot more of the texture of the smoke. And we see that when we have a bit more of a blank canvas. So let's just see what happens if you just let a couple of seconds worth out, please, Helen. Yeah, so if you can just make that happen, just really close. Perfect, Rebecca. That's it, that was good, yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
This looks amazing.
Nailing it. Really good. A little bit more to your right, please, Helen. This is the good smoke, where it's really thick like that. That's cool. So what we'll now do, we'll go outside and see how the CF5 works outdoors. Hopefully we're going to find some cool woods. So I'm going to pass you over to me, hopefully in some cool woods. Okay, so we have found some wood. So big thank you to Helen for telling me about these woods. And this is the setup that we've gone with. Just very, very straightforward. I've got one AD200 with just a mag sphere on it here, which is going to light Rebecca from the front, and another AD200 up there with a half CTO gel on, which is going to light the whole scene. So the plan here, I need to have that backlight, and I'm trying to mimic the sun. It's almost like trying to create a fake sunset, but the backlight is needed to really show us the smoke. Also, before we do that actually, I'm going to show you something else which I didn't do in the garage, but this should be more impressive anyway. Inside the bag is a remote control. So can you just turn it on for me please, Helen? Let's see if it will do it this far away. Whoa, that's impressive. Okay, here's the proof. You can watch my finger press it now. Look at that. Very cool. So if you are on your own and you want to use this, then that's how you could do it. There is also a quarter screw thread in the bottom of the fog machine as well, so you can plug that into a light stand. So settings wise, I am at the moment on my Sony A9 with my Sony 50mm f1.2 lens. I have a shutter speed of 1/60th, f1.8 ISO 100. Now without the smoke, without the speed lights, that will give me a very basic base exposure. That's good. So let's build this up in stages. Let's now just turn on speed light A, and that's very close to Rebecca, and it is an AD200, so we've got a lot of power. So that's on 128 power. That gives us that, which looks good, and B, which has the half CTO gel on it and nothing else. I want the spread of light, so I don't want a grid on this one. That one is on a 1.8 power and gives me that. So I really love this composition. Now, if we can get some cool smoke behind Rebecca, then we are cooking. I'll come a bit closer. That's cool. Okay, Helen, I can leave that for a second. The smoke is having a huge effect on this image. It just shows you from that little small fog machine, a lot of smoke comes out of it. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Now we're just going to let the smoke do its thing. Good. Nice. Really good. Going to come a bit closer. Yeah, these are lovely. That looks nice. I'd love to shoot this wide open. In fact, I'm going to. In fact, the reason I was struggling about to shoot this wide open is because the AD200 that is lighting Rebecca is too strong. So what I'm going to do is add on an ND filter. ND filters are really cool because if you're already at the minimum flash power, which is 128 on my AD200, that's an 8 times ND. So now that's going to allow me to potentially up the flash power, but it's going to dramatically kill the lights coming out of that front light. So let me just take a quick test at 128. Rebecca will be 200 exposed. Yeah, B is a bit too strong now. I'm going to put B down to 16. Let's just see what we get here. It's always important when you're doing this, like, yeah, that looks nice. We can now turn A up to 64. And that is perfect. Perfect, okay, Helen? Nice. Okay, Helen, you can just leave that. That's cool. We've got some sun rays. That's nice. Say we've got sun rays, bear in mind that's all coming from the speed light. We don't have any actual sun. I'm gonna wait for the smoke. That's the one. Yeah, we got it. Perfect. Closer. These are really cool. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I'm going to turn the mass speed light off for one shot so you can see that's what we have without the lights. So the lights are having a huge effect. Really cool. It's like some sort of jungle. COLBOR, your machine is incredible. Rebecca, you're incredible. Let's turn B down a little bit.
You're incredible.
Yes, Rebecca, love it. Amazing. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Okay, a little bit behind the scenes. When I make these videos, Helen, who is an incredible wedding photographer in her own right, she's a Mag1 ambassador, co-founder of Flashmasters, epic photographer. She's also very kind. She helps me often with the lighting, as you will have seen, and in previous videos she's helped me with smoke machines. So genuinely, what do we think, Helen, to the COLBOR CF5?
Just blows the competition out of the water. I feel a bit bad on other competing devices, but this is night and day different. There is
What's been the biggest difference between that and the Smoke Ninja? Let's just say it.
Well, I find that the Smoke Ninja very quickly overheats. It starts spitting. Quite often you can't go for very long before it stops producing smoke, even if there's some left in the canister. And this one, literally I've been filming now for 15 minutes since we got here, and for a huge amount of time I've had this going. The battery's pretty much still on full, and it's not missed a beat.
That's what I also like as well. This is really cool. Amazing.
No, this is night and day different. I don't think there's any way you could do this with the Smoke Ninja outside.
Cool. Thank you both so much. So here are my favourite photographs from this shoot. huge, massive thank you to the amazing Rebecca over here, who has accepted the challenge of doing a shoot in my garage and then in some secluded woods, which is, it's all right, we do know her, it's fine. And thank you so much, Helen, for all of your help, for lighting and for using, I barely even touched it, but for actually using this incredible fog machine.
It's brilliant.
Love it. Thank you so much, COLBOR. If you've got any questions about anything I'm doing in this video, please let me know in the comments. Thank you very much again for watching, and, oh, it turned off. We'll see you next time.